Hi friends, in this video we are going to see about the automotive design overview. So in this video I will just try to what are the process carry out in the automotive design. Generally automotive deals with car, commercial vehicles and also EV vehicles and also bikes. So we are not concentrating on the bikes because bikes are simple designs, so we won't have much process in that. So mainly we will concentrate on the car design. So this is a simple video which shows how the design is important. So in 1997 the design of the vehicle and 2007 design of the vehicle, what is the improvement has done. So why we are going for the design is to reduce the time and as well as the cost. So in nowadays in the design itself we can see all the components manufacturing to till the crash analysis will be done on virtually. So after that only we are going for the real manufacturing, so that it reduces the lot of cost involved in the manufacturing process and safety process. So this video is just about the safety development in automotive design from 97 to 2007. In 20 years, how much the evolved in the design. So in 1997, if any vehicle is hitting on the stable part, it is collapsing like anything. In 2007, if you see, it is collapsing till the front area, so that the passengers get safety here. So in 97 also we have the airbag in the system, but still it is not achieving our target on the safety. So this is the video, just an example for the revolution happened in the design field. So next, these are the major system involved in automotive design. One is exterior, interior, seating, steering system, transmission system, engine system, fuel system, structure or frame system, harness, suspension. So exterior is nothing but BAW and plastic parts, bumper, front bumper, rear bumper, and then door sheet, headliner, roof sheets. Interior, seatings, IP, so aesthetic area, B pillar, A pillar, lower carpet. In seating, we have passenger seat, driver seat and rear passenger seats. Steering, it will have the most of the mechanisms involved in direction control. Transmission, we will have rear clutches. Engine system will produce the power. Fuel, it supplies the fuel system from the fuel tank. Structure, this is also chassis area. This is related to BAW. Harness, the control system. Most of the vehicle now having sensors, so control system is depends upon the harness. Suspension, so nowadays the suspension of the vehicle also improved. So these are the major areas designing is done. So majorly we will concentrate on the interior design, plastic area and CAE analysis, how it is taking place, what are the process they are following. So this is the overview of the design process, what are the process taking place for the vehicle manufacturing from the scratch to end level. So first we will have the feedback. So in upcoming slides I will explain individually what are these processes. Just here I highlighted the names of the process. So first one is feedback. then benchmarking, hand sketch or drawing, clay model, surface data, extraction from the clay model, then CAD modeling, CAE analysis, then we will go for the manufacturing of components. Once components are manufactured, we will go for assembly of the components. When assembly of the components is ready, then we will go for the proto test, and once the proto test is done, we will go for the safety approval from the government. It depends upon the region. Then all these safety approval standards are cleared, then the vehicle comes to the market and finally it reaches the customer. Feedback. So feedback is nothing but what vehicle needs to come out for the customer and what is the current vehicle which is moving. So for manufacturing a vehicle from design to end, it will take around 3 to 5 years, depends upon the OEMs. Some of the OEMs are doing it in 3 years, some of the OEMs doing it in 5 years. It depends upon the OEM. So whatever the vehicle we are seeing in the market, it was started 5 years or 3 years before. So what is the trend which is available after 3 or 5 years? It depends upon this survey. So this marketing team needs to get a proper survey from the people, whether it will be online or offline. Then the market trend, like it should be SUV or hatchback or sedan, this also needs to be done here. This research also needs to be done. And then financial report, what should be the competitors, and then it's related to what is the moving product, and then in which region the vehicle needs going to launch. So those feedbacks has been taken by the survey team. Once the feedback is done, then they will do the benchmarking and the brainstorming. So there they will create a new idea and they will check with the existing vehicle, and then they will decide the platform, in which platform it's to come, like whether it is sedan, hatchback or SUV. Depends upon the platform, they will do the brainstorm. And then theme. So theme, it will be like whether it should be a curved profile or sharp edges. It depends upon the theme. If you see in Audi, the front IP panel, they have a theme like a flight wing. So depends upon that, its theme will be created. And then features, whatever that extra features and aesthetic features and also safety features, those things will be decided in the benchmarking process. Next, once benchmarking is done, then we will go for the hand sketch. So in hand sketch, depends upon the theme, we will go for the hand sketch. One theme will be curved and one theme will be sharp edges. So in hand sketch they will create different themes, and curved lines they will decide. In hand sketch they will create a top view, side view, front view, rear view of the vehicle. So this is one more tip. Whenever if you are designing a vehicle in hand sketch, so what is the wheel size? So it should be a standard one wheel size. So 3 times of the wheel size needs to be on the center, and half of the wheel size should be on the rear side. 75% of the wheel size should be front from the wheel edge, and then the door edge line should have the half of the height of the wheel, so that our design looks like a proper one. So whenever we are doing free hand sketch, you have to consider this one, so that your vehicle will look like a proper design. So here we will have the symmetry one. On the bottom they will have the angle of the windshield. So depends upon the angle of windshield, the wheel edge has to follow it. These 2 lines should be tangency, and then door edge should have the center line of the rear wheel. So these are the some of the tips when we are doing the hand sketch. If you follow these steps, your car design looks like the exact vehicle. So next process is clay model. Once the concept is freezed, we will go for, if once the concept or hand sketch is freezed, 2 or 3 designs, so they will do the scale down clay model. So if you see in this right side image, they have the 3 clay models and they have the drawings, and they decided the concept also, themes also highlighted in this poster. So how they will do the clay model is, first they will do the rough profile of the vehicle by using the foam, and then they will apply the clay. So this clay is not a common one, it is automotive clay. Once the clay they have received, they will heat it, and then the clay flow will be uniform. After that they will apply on the vehicle, and by using the clay modeling tools they will remove some of the materials to obtain the sketched profile. So scale down vehicle will be created. Next they will go for the 1:1 clay model. From these 3 concepts they will take any 2 or 1, depends upon the marketing team. So once they have created 1:1, they will do the stickering, so it will reflect the paint also. In some of the cases they will go for the windshields also, whatever that existing. So this is like final part of the clay model. So this one is the initial condition. So this clay model will be done by the use of CNC machine. So they will have create the 1:1 of the vehicle. So next, once the clay model is done, the surface data of the clay model will be captured by using the 3D scanners. So here the studio team starts involving. So once the data of the car is taken out, studio team will work on the splitting of the part, and they will do the required profile changes on the part. Then they will go for the part split up, so exterior and then front, rear things. Then they will go for the clearance. So this is the outer profile of the vehicle, and the same clay model will be done for the interiors also. So these are the instruments which is using for 3D scanner. So these are the latest models. Depends upon the requirement and depends upon the size. This 3D scanner may vary. So once the surface is created by the studio team, it will give an input as for the CAD team. So CAD team, the main job is to create a B surface. So they will create a volume part from A to B. Then they will create a part. Then they will go for the attachment of the part, and then material selection will be done in this design area, and then manufacturing the feasibility and assembly between 2 parts. So these are the process will be done under the CAD modeling. Once the parts are created, assembly, then digital pre-assembly process will be done. So this will be done with the help of Vismarkup or some other tool, depends upon the OEM. So in this process what they will do is they will assemble the parts with the environmental data, and they will check the clearance and standards to maintain. For example, for the dynamic parts we need to maintain around 19 mm for metal to metal. For plastic to plastic we need to maintain 12 mm clearance, and for the standard parts we need to maintain 6 mm. If there is any interference condition is there, those things also for fasteners it should be an interference conditions. Those things also needs to be checked in the pre-assembly. Once this is done, then they will create a drawing for the assembly line, and also nowadays 3D PMI is using for creating the drawings in Catia. So in automotive, most commonly used software for developing the parts is Catia and UGNX. So in Catia V5, mostly the surface workbench is used to create the parts and attachments and assemblies. For assembly, we will use the assembly workbench. Same in UGMX also, we are having the surface workbench. By using the surface workbench, automotive components are creating. So nowadays UGMX is evolving in automotive design. So this is the example of Catia workbench. So here we will have assembly design, drafting, sheet metal and surface and part design. So these are the some more workbenches. Here you can see the kinematic analysis for the moving parts and digital markup and ergonomics for seatings and all ergonomics design. So these are the things you can learn in the Catia software. And this design is for plastic design. I have mentioned plastic and BAW. Same process will be carried out for the transmission parts as fuel parts, but they don't have an input as a surface. They will have the input of the existing vehicle or reference benchmarked vehicle. So next, this is the plastic part, major plastic part used in vehicle: front bumper, glove box, instrumental panel, dashboard panel, door panel, gear shift cover. This is the exterior one, light rear bumper. Pillar trims will be the interior, wheel trim, A-pillar, fender, wheel cover, wind frame duct, water tank. So these are the major plastic parts involved in automotive design. So BAW, we will have the inner door panel, outer door panel, back door or hood, rear hood. So front one, bonnet inner and outer, and then front fender. So this roof. So these are the major BAW parts involved in automotive exterior, and also the chassis, frame of the vehicle, all comes under the BAW design. So for BAW also they will get a surface, and then they will need to create the B surface. They will have the 3 layers of structure. So BAW team needs to create all these 3. In BAW we will have the cutouts. So whatever the plastic parts comes to assemble, it will be fit on the cut area. Next, the role of CAE. So CAE, it is they will do the analysis. They will do the analysis for the individual parts. So what is the strength and durability of the part, and then they will go for the crash analysis, and then NVH performance. They will give the vibration test. NVH is noise, vibration and hazards. So this performance test will be done, and the durability of the vehicle. They will do the load analysis on the part, and they will check the strength of the parts. If strength is more, we need to reduce, depends upon the requirement. If strength is less, then we need to add the strength to the part. So this analysis will be carried out on the CAE. A majorly used CAE analysis software is Hypermesh and ANSA in automotive. So next, this video is just a simple example for injection molding. So in plastic design, most commonly used manufacturing process is injection molding. So this is the mass production process and the easy process. So this video is showing the press machine process. So for BW parts, they will have the die and punch. So our part workpiece needs to be at the center. This profile will be created. So this is the major process involved in sheet metal manufacturing. So next one is assembly line. So this is the manual assembly line. So people used to assemble the parts, individual parts. Sub assemblies will be sent from the supplier. So these persons needs to fit the parts in the vehicle. So here they are moving the engine component they will have the setup. So this yellow frame is the moving line. So this is used to call as platform. So this platform is depends upon the vehicle size. So if it is a SUV, they will have a separate platform. If it is sedan, they will have a separate platform. If it is hatchback, they will have a separate platform. So while moving itself, this person needs to fit the part in the vehicle. This one is the automatic one. So previous one we have seen. So here the robot arm is used to fix the front glass, front windshield of the vehicle. So it is a pick and place robot. So it is picked the glass from the place and it is placing on the vehicle front. So here they don't want to create a coding for each and every vehicle. So if it is a platform is same, so for the same platform the position of the windshield is same, so that they can use the same coding. If you are going for the different platform, so depends upon the position, it has to program needs to be done. So this video is taken in some exhibition, so that it is not placing. It is keeping once again on the position where it has picked. So next, once the assembly of the vehicle is done, proto build will be done. So whatever the parts created in the proto, the same parts will be used for building the proto. So 10 to 50 vehicles will be created in proto building. For different analysis they will use it. Physical analysis, for crash analysis itself it required, for front impact, side impact. So for crash analysis itself they need 10 to 20 vehicles, and then they will go for humidity test and vibration test, and then a lot of tests will be involved in vehicle testing. For that they will go for 10 to 50 vehicle created. So without accessories they will have these vehicles. So these are the major tests involved in vehicle testing. First one is crash test. So this will be done by hitting the barrier of the way by using the vehicle at 40 km or 60 km per kilometers per hour. And then NVH, noise and vibration test. Then road test. So vehicle needs to done at least 1000 to 10,000. Running condition, what are the things happening, issues needs to be noted by the driver. This driver is specially skilled for this driving purpose. They need to do the vehicle test in all terrains. So they have to note down all the issues which is required, need to be solved. Then individual components will be tested, and then humidity test, safety test will be done on the vehicle testing process. So in vehicle testing we have two standards or test approvals. So we need to get it from global NCAP. So this is required for the regions apart from India. Now India also have the test setup in Pune. So that is called as Bharat NCAP. For Indian vehicles who are all wants to sell their vehicle in India, they needs to get an approval from the Bharat NCAP. For other regions apart from India, they need a certificate from the global NCAP. So in this vehicle testing, what they will do is side impact test, side pole, full frontal load, front offset of 64 kilometers, and then safety of adult occupant, driver, and child protection safety. So this NCAP will be given for the safety aspect. So after getting these approvals only, vehicle can able to sell in the particular region. So vehicle needs to get a certificate from this Global NCAP or Bharat NCAP. So this is one more test, pedestrian protection test. So if you are designing your vehicle fully strong, if it is hitting this barrier and there is no any safety, there is no issue on safety for the driver or passenger. So that if you are doing your front area, it is full strength. What will happen is, if your vehicle is hitting the pedestrian, so he will get more injured. So we need to constrain we have a constraint on this also. So if any vehicle hitting at the 40 km per hour, the pedestrian should not have any fracture on his leg area. So if you can create your design full strength to save the passenger or driver, but if you are creating more strong profile in the front bumper area, but it will affect the pedestrian. So here we have the constraint, so that if your bumper needs to collapse if it is hitting, so that the impact on the pedestrian will get reduced. So some deformation needs to happen on the bumper area, front area, so that the injury on the pedestrian will get reduced. So here we have the standard. So leg needs to be hitted from this area itself, upper leg needs to hit on this area, child head needs to hit on the front area of the bonnet, and adult needs to be hit on the get a hit on this upper area of the bonnet. The adult should not get hit on the windshield. So depends upon this, your front design also needs to be done. So all this consideration is done, and all this approval and certified is got from the NCAP or Bharat NCAP. Then the vehicle comes to the market. So the marketing team will decide the paint color. Each company will have their paint patent. So if some other company needs the paint patent, they needs to pay a copyright. Then marketing team will do the advertisement, and then they will go for the extra features, touch sensor, GPS. So all these things will be decided by the marketing team, and then variants also decided by the marketing. Depends upon the region, they will go for lower end, higher end, mid end. So depends upon the region. For India, they will go for the manufacture. Most of the vehicle manufactured with the lower end and mid end. If European countries, they will go for the higher end. So it depends upon the region. This variance is decided. So this slide talks about the scope of mechanical engineers in design. So in general, we will get to know about only design, where is the job design is only designing the plastic part or BAW. Here I have explained different design areas engineers can work. So if you are good in concept design or car sketching, freehand sketching, you can be a sketcher and you can do the concept design. And if you are good with sketching and also the CAD tool, you can go for the studio team process. So studio team, you need to learn the alias and software is there for studio creation, studio surface, A surface creation. Then if you are want to do the part modeling, then you need to learn Catia, UGMX or Creo. It depends upon the OEMs. The requirement will vary. So here you can design in CAD, you can design interior design, exterior design, BAW design, mechanism designs for door latching, lock designs, transmission, gear, clutch area, chassis, it's on the frame area, and then safety, airbag, and then duct, air conditioning areas you can work. So here itself we will have enormous openings in the modeling itself. And then if you are want to do the CAE engineer, then you need to learn about hypermesh, ANSA, LS Diana, Nastran. Hypermesh is used for NVH simulation, CFD simulation, crash analysis, and ANSA also will be used same, fatigue and durability. LS Diana and Nastran are used for crash analysis, and side impact, all the vehicle virtual safety things will be done on LS-DYNA and Nastran using this software. If you are not interested creating on the part and analysis part, you can go for the mold design. So whatever the plastic part or sheet metal parts, die and punch is design will be also done by designing. So those designs also you can learn mold design. So mold manufacturers will have the mold designers. So there you can design plastic or sheet metal, depends upon the OEMs. Then if you want to be a designer on the manufacturing related area, you can go for the jig design and manufacturers. So this also needs to be done by the Catia and UGNX. Nowadays mostly Catia and Creo are using for the jig and fixture designs. For welding, for assembly lines, everything will be designing. Those features are designing by the help of Catia and Creo. And then tool manufacturing. So here the tool design itself, the cutting the mold, will have different types of tools. So those tools also designed by the help of designers. So here also we have lot of openings. And then manufacturing and assembly line plant design. So how this fixture needs to be and where assembly, robot arms. So these areas also will needs a designers. So if you want to be a designer, don't only stick on the particular area. In automotive itself, we have enormous of areas to explore. So you have to learn, depends upon your interest, a particular area, so that you will have the more scope in getting the job. So this is a simple video about the safety of the seat belt, why we need to wear the seat belt. So once if you are wearing the seat belt, then only it will sense the person is presented in this area. According to that only your airbag will open. So if you are not wearing the seat belt, your airbag won't explode on the depletion on the impact during the impact. So this safety seat belt is designed by the Volvo and they have gifted to the world. So they are not getting any charge for using the patent of the seat belt. So they are given freely to save the lives of the humans. So this is gifted by the Volvo. So nowadays all the vehicle manufacturers are using the seat belt without paying the copyrights to the Volvo. It is free. Thanks for watching this video. Hope this video gives an idea. If you want to know more about any course related queries, please write a comments. I will try to help you. And what is the software you can learn, and what domain if you want to go, what is the required things, I can help you out on this one. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to this channel if you like this video. In video description, I have provided the link to download free practice model. Please subscribe to this channel.